This episode of Is This Adulting is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. We want to say a big thanks to new Patreon supporters Lainey H, Haley W, Anya J, Penelope R, and Francesca C. Thank you so much for your generosity and for helping us keep the show going. If you'd like to support the show and get some awesome bonus content in the process, as well as coloring pages, personal videos, you can click the Support the Show tab on our website, isthisadultingpod.com, or you can visit us at patreon.com/isthisadulting. Thanks!
Hey, this is your best friend Anya, and you are listening to Is This Adulting?
Hey everybody, and welcome to Is This Adulting, the mental health comedy podcast you never knew you needed. I'm your best friend, and I am beautiful no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down. I'm Stephen Pappas.
Well, that was nice. Such a sweet way to get started.
Yeah.
And I'm Terry Aguilera, the lesser known Aguilera brother.
Quickly, Terry, sing me dirty.
I'm in financing. I can't sing any of those things.
Sure you can.
But wow, can I write off a good tax code for you? I don't know. I don't know anything about accounting. I'm sorry for all you out there.
I can't tell the lovely listeners my favorite part of that moment, which was you waved a prop for our segment, and you waved it at the camera like you were Barack Obama campaigning like to the people.
Compared to who else would he be campaigning to?
Just to the Zork nods.
There's Barry Obama again, just campaigning to the Penguins.
Barry
to himself in the mirror.
Yeah.
What was that? Did you hear that disembodied voice?
Oh,
it's because this week we can't. I say this week. We always have a guest. We can't have a conversation between the two of us. Nobody wants to hear me and Chris talk just between the two of us. Like
I do.
We've done that. Oh, Chris does. Well, I'm sorry, you have to leave.
Christine, bye.
That's fine. I'll sit back and watch.
Title of your autobiography.
God.
Oh, that sounds filthy.
That's what
anyway,
she said.
Boo.
Hey, we couldn't do it alone. We've got another best friend with us this week. So she is a writer for Nickelodeon, and you know her from her podcast, And That's Why We Drink. Please welcome Christine Schiefer to the show. Hey, Christine.
Hey, this is Christine Schiefer, not to be confused with Christina Aguilera or the other Aguilera that came
Terry.
up. Terry, that's
Terry.
Harry Aguilera.
That one.
Oh, Barry. I don't know. There's
Not
a lot.
Barry, it was
There's
Terry.
a lot going on. But hi, guys. I'm so excited to be here. Got my wine glass, and I'm ready to chat.
Chris and I are here tonight and talking to you, and that's why you drink this evening.
Listen, I always need a good reason, and that's a good reason.
We're enough of a reason. Just ask our moms. Anyway.
That's true.
Well, we're going to get into everything in just a second. But hey, before we do you want to tell everybody where they can find you on the interwebs and or your home address?
Oh, sure. Do you want my social, too?
Yeah. I mean,
okay, great.
If you're down.
So I'm the co-host of a podcast called And That's Why We Drink with my pal, M, and we are a paranormal and true crime podcast where I drink a lot of wine and M watches me drink a lot of wine. And you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, et cetera, all the good stuff, as well as our website, and that's why we drink.com.
So concise. When I tell people where to find us, it's always just a fumbling mess of me saying, we have a website and we're on the internet.
We're on the cybersphere somewhere.
Yeah, you can find us on the interweb.
That's usually
net.
M's job to tell people the whole spiel, so I just kind of shut up and let them do it. So
you've done a brilliant job.
Oh, thank you.
I usually just find like a loose leaf piece of paper and just write down the name of the show and hand it to someone.
Just slide
it
it over the table.
Just, here you go.
I've learned I need to carry business cards with me, by the way, because so often people are like, "Oh, what's the name of your podcast?" And I'm like, "Is this adulting?" They're like, "Come again?" Like,
and they're like, "I don't know. Is it? Are you asking me a question?"
Yeah, and I'm like, yes, I'm just asking you, first off. Like, I don't know what to do, so if I had something to hand them.
Just a bunch of loose leaf papers. That sounds like a smart idea. Just
Before I leave the house in the morning, I'll write 17 separate notes on loose leaf paper, and I'll fold them up, and I'll put them in my pocket. And then
just throw them at people.
But here's the fun game. Each one will be a different podcast.
Oh, that's fun.
And
Spreading
only
the
one will be our
wealth.
real podcast.
And all the others are fake and they don't even exist.
Yes, it's all the ones Chris used to come up with for the ad of just
Fun.
different podcasts. We'll hand those out. But well, hey, we don't have any housekeeping this week, so that's exciting. Other than the standard housekeeping of, I do want to say thanks to all our new all those new patrons. I want to say thanks to all the new Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. We really, really appreciate the support, and we've seen kind of a swell in the last couple weeks. So I want to say thanks, and enjoy that good content, because I've been putting out weird movie reviews, and we all know that's what you're looking for, is a very tired and kind of anxious Steven at 9 a.m. telling you about the original Avengers movie. So thank you for that. You're all very lovely humans. But hey, we're going to start this week off just like we do every week with a mental health check-in. So, Chris, how you been this week?
Well.
Wow, that was a
long pause.
loaded silence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And believe me, every second of silence was filled with 1,000 different emotions and words.
I felt it.
Simultaneously.
I felt it.
I have had an interesting last couple days. So I actually think it was the day that our last episode came out.
Mm-hmm.
I think I talked to you, Stephen, on this day. So I had a panic attack. I haven't had one in a while. And unfortunately, it also happened to be one of the more difficult ones I've had. I was also at work, which is never good. And and it was like at 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, God.
So like no one was at the office yet. And in some ways that's nice because like there's not people there, but simultaneously it was one of those more intense ones where like I stopped being able to feel like I could breathe very solidly, and I was kind of gasping for air, and I went, oh damn it, there's no one here. So I was like I'm literally in a isolated room where this is going to become an episode of Criminal Minds if someone doesn't walk in soon. So I was just like panicking, which is what you do during a panic attack. But yeah, luckily a few minutes into it, I had a coworker come in, and they were very nice and very supportive, and pretty much just said, hey, so this is what I'm going to ask of you. I'm going to ask you just to do your work in the same room as me. So that way, if I'm afraid I'm going to pass out, then I know someone will get me. And they were very, very supportive of that. And it was it took like an hour to be able to calm down, which
wow.
I've never had one last that long before, which I'm very, thankful for, because that's not the case for many people. And so it was just a really unfortunate thing. And lately I've been having a significantly higher level of difficulty just being able to stay calm. I think it's just a lot of things from work and just finances always suck. And when you're trying to save money, sometimes you do better than other times, and you start kind of freaking out about that. And you can start beating yourself up saying like, oh, I'm not doing enough. And especially once you have like a spouse or like a partner that like you share life with, and you also share finances with, you start freaking out, being like, oh, I'm not doing good enough. And it's just like this long thing. So, the thing I am grateful for, though, is I am actually going to, this week, I'm going to the doctor, and I'm going to be able to talk a little bit more about, hey, I've been trying to do a little bit better at just being active, and I've been trying to do better eating, and it's still not helping, so maybe I need, for a little bit of time, just something a little extra to be able to kind of help me get through this. And so I'm meeting with him this week, and so I guess next week I'll have a fun meds adjustment that we can talk about. But
Side
that being
effects
said,
corner.
I know. It's just diarrhea over here. What a strange side effect if it was just that and a lot of it. But
Happens.
You're just really happy and you have diarrhea. That's great.
Should I be happy or sad? I don't know. But overall, truthfully, even leading up to, we're recording a little bit later for me and Steven tonight, and even leading up to tonight, I was just feeling really, really anxious, and even a little bit now, but it's it's been really peaceful the first couple minutes even getting started, and just meeting a new friend and you laughing and bringing some joy and being like, okay, things are good. Just being able to calm down. So I am actually very grateful for that. So we'll see kind of what happens. It's been unfortunate, but I've had some people reach out to me lately, which has been very kind. And so I'm getting by. There's definitely a loaded pause still, but I'm getting by. So, Christine, how have you been the last couple weeks?
Oh, man. I've been struggling too. Yeah, no. So speaking of side effects corner, so I've decided to like taper off of my Zoloft, which I went on last year, about a year and a half ago. And it like really helped me get through like a terrible depressive episode of my life. But now I'm kind of at the point where I talked to my doctor and I was like, I think I'm, ready to like lower my dosage and so of course, I'm lowering my dosage slowly, tapering. And then the Anthony Bourdain suicide happened. Yeah. And my fiance is like his biggest fan, and Blaze is like really quiet and very, just like really chill, like as you would imagine someone named Blaze would be, a super like laid back, like not too outspoken or anything. I'm kind of like the loud one in the relationship, but Anthony Bourdain was like his one personal hero, and like his whole life goal was to meet him. And I've never I woke up to Blaze like in just a terrible state. Like I haven't seen him that way since his grandfather died, and I was like, what happened? And we read all the reports, and I had a personal goal that I really someday wanted to Blaze and Anthony Bourdain to meet. I was like, I'm going to be the best wife if I someday, and like this pipe dream, coordinate this. So it was just like a really, really, I don't know why, it just hit me really, really hard. And so coming off my medication, where like, I guess one side effect of going off of Zoloft is like, all your like intense feelings come back. And like, as someone with like pretty horrible anxiety, I was like, oh good, all the like the spectrum is just kind of growing, so I'm just getting like more crazy and more depressed, and it's good. Like I feel like I'm balancing out, but oh man, that was kind of a rough week. So I'm better now, and it's really fun. I just love this thing that you guys have set up where we can just like chat openly about this kind of thing, because I talked to my coworker about it, and she was like, oh wow, okay. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna step back, because she's probably like, what is going on with you? Like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I just talk really openly about this kind of thing, and I think not everyone feels comfortable with that, so it's kind of nice to have like a space where that's allowed. So thanks guys for letting me do that with you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think me and Stephen have talked so much about this, both in private as well as with people before, that's what's so, it's both very humbling that people are grateful to have this space, like on this show. And it's also simultaneously, it's a combination of both sad and funny at the same time, of like, you have people that you work with, you have people that you're around all the time, and sometimes they're like, oh, how you doing? And if you don't just say the basic answer of, I'm doing great.
Right.
Right. If you don't, if you respond with, actually, I'm feeling deeply filled with panic and I just want to cry, they'll just immediately feel uncomfortable and say,
right.
Okay, have a good day, and just
anyway.
just walk backwards with their coffee very slowly. So yeah, I'm glad that we're able to have this space for everyone, and can I just say, especially I'll be thinking about Blaze. I mean, I hate that for everyone, because I know that this past week has been incredibly difficult for people, and especially when it's someone that, whether you know personally or whether you've always like looked up to, just tell them I'm really sorry, and I just hope that he can have some time to process and kind of heal from it. So
I was actually really proud of him, because he took the day off work, and he's never, since I've known him, has ever taken like through flus or illnesses or whatever, and he just took the day off work, and I was like, can I say I'm really proud of you? And he started crying, and he was like, I just really needed some time. And I was like, I think you really did. So it was good. We kind of spent the day together and just kind of like, we cooked. That's actually awesome. A recipe from Anthony Bourdain's cookbook that I got Blaze for Christmas, and
that's cool.
Did some other fun stuff. So moving on, word and upward. But yeah, it's been kind of a tough few days, but otherwise happy to be here with you guys.
Yeah. Steven, how about you, man?
I'm going to round out the positivity trio.
Oh, here we go.
With another long pause.
with a very long pause. Yeah, not doing so hot, which I feel like has been my answer every week for a while now.
I think it's been both of our answers. We haven't had some positivity.
Yeah, it's been a while since one of us has been doing okay. It's just been a week. And I'm going to quick content warning because we haven't really gone into it or anything, but just quick content warning since we're going to be continuing to discuss this. Just suicide.
Yes, should have said
self-harm. Things. No, you're fine. We didn't get too much into it, but suicide, self-harm. If you need it, maybe skip my check this week and come back in maybe 5-ish minutes. Yeah, not been a good time. So I've been in this funk and I've been in and out of it for a while, and I've had extreme highs and extreme lows. I got that new job that we talked about, and having a salary again is nice, and it's going to allow me to continue to do the show past when I had put a date on it of like, if it's not paying for itself by this, like, well, now I'm past that. And I can do that because of this job. So I've had those really good highs. I've been spending more time with my wife, which has been great. But at the same time, I've been having more severe lows. And I don't know. I'm going to my psychiatrist on Wednesday. So the day before you'll hear this. So yesterday for when you're hearing it. And I am gonna talk to her and try to figure some stuff out because since I was missing all those afternoon doses, I don't think the meds have built back up in my system, and it's taken me for quite a ride. A week ago I missed my appointment with my psychiatrist. I just totally forgot about it, and I was running and I had a meltdown when I realized I had missed it. Because if you know me, I want to always please people. And I felt like I had let her down and let the people working there down. And I didn't handle it well. And from then on, it was just this week of spirals. And then we, of course, got the Kate Spade news. And then I believe 2 days later, Anthony Bourdain. And we haven't talked about it. I've already told the people in the Facebook group I'm going to be the Real Talk episode for August, and I'm going to kind of tell my story, but we've never really fully talked about it. But since I did give the content warning, I as a survivor of suicide, or of an attempt at suicide, it always hits hard. I mean, I know it hits a lot of people hard. I'm not saying it hits me any harder than anybody, but as a survivor of that, it hits me in a way that is scary. And last night I was in a very scary and, if I'm being completely honest, dangerous headspace, where for the first time in many moons I considered hurting myself. And it's not been awesome. I did not move from my couch all day today, which in some ways was good, but in some ways was not so good. Last night I ordered a pizza, shoved that whole thing down my gullet, and then just laid on the couch all day today and watched E3 press coverage and YouTube videos.
I was going to ask what you watched.
Oh, yeah. I could not register enough to do anything. I couldn't make myself eat. I couldn't do anything, but I'm not in that dangerous headspace right now or anymore. I've swung back away from that. And so I think it just, when those things happen, it kind of can stir up those things even more violently within you. And so it was quite a ride for the last few days, and it's been difficult, but I'm going to the psych this week. I'm going to my therapist next week. Things are on the upswing, which I feel like I say every week when I have a bad week, but this week I really do believe they're 100% on the upswing because they can't really downswing anymore from where I was. Yeah. And so I want to say thanks to the Facebook group who's been super supportive through this, because I don't always post in there when I'm going through something because I'm the host And sometimes I
Sure,
feel like
sure.
I need to maintain this way of being.
Right.
And
right.
so I'm not always comfortable doing that, but I had to tell them this morning, like, look, I just need some affirmation that I'm not a complete screw up. And everybody in there was super kind and super encouraging, and seeing the ratings and reviews that have been coming in more frequently, the Patreon support, it's letting me know that y'all appreciate what we're doing.
Right.
And
it's like validating.
Right. It's helped me in a way in the last few days that I don't think that listeners of the show really realize. So I do want to say thank you. But yeah, and end of content warning. So hey, if you're
We're back.
listening, you're safe. You're safe to come back. We're gonna make the goofs. We're gonna make the ha-has. I just needed to share that.
Well, I'm
And
sorry you're
so-
going through that. That's rough, but it's good to hear. Isn't it amazing how people on the internet can sometimes just be such like a wealth of support and happiness? I feel
Right?
like you don't usually think that that's where that's going to come from, but that's
No,
awesome.
and sometimes it's definitely not.
It's often
but-
not, right.
But it
It's
is
usually
really
not.
nice. we like to imagine that our best friends group is the nicest corner of the internet, but
Oh yeah, I
maybe
believe
it's
it. Yeah,
not. I don't know.
I'm sure it is. It probably is.
I'm just kidding. It's all fun gifts and nice uplifting things when people are down. So it's real fun in there. Which, speaking of which, segue. As always, if you have a mental health check-in you'd like to share an idea of how we can encourage you throughout the week, we will remind you we are not professionals, but you can contact us at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com if you want to send us your mental health check-in. We will be reading those on special episodes that we'll be releasing here soon. And also, if you're looking for a community, somewhere to support you, and you aren't sure where to find that, you can definitely check out our Facebook group, the Is This Adulting Best Friends. It is the most uplifting, encouraging, wonderful place that I've found online. So definitely check it out. And with all that being said, the heavy mental health check-ins of the week, we all need a little laugh. We all need some joy. And so we are going to move into our first topic, which is our topic. And we haven't really prepared Christine for what's about to happen. So, Christopher, I need you to kind of, you're nodding very slowly. I can't tell if it's aggressively or you're just very, very sleepy boy. But I need you to.
Oh, it's definitely the latter, my friend.
Well, I need you to wake up and tell me, what are we doing?
Well, you know, we're gonna do something a little bit different since it's so late when we're recording, and we're going to night court. And let me explain what that means. So, Christine, I have a lot of opinions about a lot of things, and sometimes
Most of all,
I
your
like to-
podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this like a bash session?
Oh no, not at all, not at all. You know, sometimes I just need some help getting some opinions on what y'all think to help me form what I consider is the right answer. And so we're going to do a thing that many people have grown to like. And this is what Stephen was talking about earlier. I was waving my gavel because someone in our best friends group purchased a gavel for me. So I am 100% the honorable Judge Christopher. So with that, if everyone's ready to go to night court,
Oh my god.
all rise. The defendant, Christine Schiefer.
Oh no.
When she's not telling true crime and paranormal stories on her podcast, she's kicking ass and taking names. The plaintiff, Stephen Pappas. When he was 6, he accidentally ate the stick attached to a corn dog. The doctors considered him a medical mystery. The locals referred to him as Hungry Stick Boy. Who will come out in Lady Justice's favor, and who will run home crying? We all definitely agree it's not the guy who just ate a corn dog stick.
When I was 6.
All rise.
Oh shit, that's legit.
Oh yeah, we don't mess around here. Even though,
No.
Chris, I will say real quick before we get started,
this is
you
low
missed a
maintenance
golden
here?
opportunity.
What was my golden opportunity?
This is the night court theme.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realize that that Michael McDonald and or Kenny Loggins right now was going to be here for this.
No, it's from the show Night Court.
No, I know. I'm aware. I've watched that show. It's a very funny show.
Overruled.
No. So, overruled.
You got the gavel. You can tell him what to do.
Thank you. I appreciate
Don't
that.
help him.
This is very good. I like how you're both the defendant and also kind of like my my bailiff. Yes.
Right. We're
you're
defending
kind of both.
you.
And so, Steven, this is bad for you. All right. So let me just explain quickly how this works.
Great.
I have random questions or statements. Sometimes they're true or false. Sometimes they're this or that, whatever it might be. And both sides have to give their opinion. It doesn't have to be you take opposite sides necessarily. It's whatever you feel your opinion is. But at the end of the day, you only get a point. And a point? I don't know if I'm just giving random points at this point. This isn't a game. I don't know. This is not a game. This is law. So
this is no game.
I don't know. This is more of just, at the end of the day, it's whatever I decide. Because I am the Honorable Judge Christopher. So, in honor of your Scary Time podcast of both paranormal and other murdery things, I'm going to ask you both, which is creepier? A ghost child or a ghost senior citizen? Steven, the plaintiff, you go first.
A ghost child is creepier. My entire life, I've been raised watching horror movies where the scariest thing you could possibly imagine is specifically, and this is not to like put it on a gender binary, but specifically little girls in horror films are always portrayed to be just terrifying. Think of The Shining.
Have you seen Damien,
though? No. Have I seen Damien? Yes. Well, it's not called Damien. But
no,
you mean
not,
the character?
I'm not
okay.
saying it's a movie. I'm saying, have you seen Damien?
Have I seen him? Just in
Yes.
life? No, I have not.
Well,
but
you are lucky.
I'm terrified of ghost children because here's the thing, and I'm 100% a believer in the spiritual realm and in paranormal things. I know that Christopher, you are not necessarily.
What you're putting a lot of words in my mouth right now. I'm asking which is creepier, a
Uh-oh,
ghost
it
child
sounds
or
like
a
I'm
ghost senior
winning.
citizen.
Well,
Yes.
No, I'm just saying.
Are you insulting the judge?
No. You and Katie, my wife, live by the same standard, which is you choose to believe they're not real because if you believe they're real, it'll scare the shit out of you.
Oh, that's actually true. Yeah, mine is.
Yes.
I'd rather say no, and but at the same time, if I'm alone, I'm gonna run.
That's how Blaze
Right.
is too. He pretends like he
Yeah.
doesn't believe it, but then he gets scared shitless the second anything like presents
Exactly.
itself.
And so when you see children seem to have a weird tie to that realm anyway. Like they see things and hear things that we don't see. And so like, it's ghost child. Ghost old lady, like I'm down with. Like, it's whatever. Like,
Play
what's
some
she gonna do?
mahjong
Like,
or something.
right. I'll play some ghost mahjong. It has to be ghost mahjong.
Well,
though. I don't know what that looks like. But I'll do that.
All right.
All right. What about you,
All right. I'm up.
Christine?
So I would actually have to agree. And here's the thing. Ghost children, a lot of people have emailed us because we get a lot of, like, believe it or not, with the paranormal true crime podcast, we get a lot of weird stories sent to us. Surprise, surprise. And a lot of people have actually messaged us a theory that has kind of gotten stuck in my head that really freaks me out, which is that people sometimes wonder, like, why are there ghost children? Because, if they don't have anything, like usually if they're innocent and they have nothing, no unfinished business, like why are they still around? And a theory out there is that demonic forces will take the shape of children to kind of lure in people.
If y'all could see Chris's face.
No. I'm going to sleep in like an hour. No.
To be like innocent, so they take on the form of the most innocent thing they can, find, which is oftentimes a child. And so
It would be a puppy.
A puppy, sure. But the puppy... Oh, sorry. Speaking of which, my cat just like brushed against my leg. That scared the actual crap out of me. But yeah,
actual crap. We'll be right back. She's gonna get changed.
My bad, everybody. Please hold.
You just pulled a ghost senior citizen over here.
But yeah, so that's my newfound, because I was like, well, if it's a kid, like I guess you could play with it or roll the ball to it or whatever. But if it's a demon pretending to be a child, like that's a big no from my Catholic upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, before I give my ruling, I have just a question of clarification. Christine.
Yes.
Have you ever played with a child before? Roll the ball to it? Is this the 1800s?
Okay, but that's where all the baby children ghosts come from, isn't it? There's no children.
Excuse me one
being
second.
like,
I think I see the Dust Bowl coming.
There's no children being like, play Nintendo Switch with me. Like they're all
Christine's
like,
gonna
look.
open a daycare where it's exclusively
Pa!
hoops and sticks.
Hey, Pa, you want to go roll the ball outside with me?
I'm sorry. I think I've just been like influenced by all of M's stories where it's like in an asylum and like a ball rolls towards you or a doll sits in the corner. Like, boring stuff that they did back then. Like hoop and stick, like Steven said.
Yeah.
I tell you, this makes it very difficult because you tried to both scare me and you made me very sad for whatever child is going to be in your life soon enough.
Just roll the ball. Well, I also have a dog, and so I confuse my dog with a child a lot. I'm pretty sure. I don't really understand the difference between my dog and like a normal child, so that might be where the confusion came in.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. But it's time for my ruling.
Oh no!
Which is creepier? Do I consider it a ghost child or a ghost senior citizen? Ghost child.
Oh!
Yes.
Of course it is.
Do we
because
both win?
One, well,
Yes.
but well done for both of you on this one. See, one is super slow and old, and the worst thing that's going to happen is they're going to say some insensitive comment that's going to make everyone uncomfortable.
Fair.
But real old people do that. so-
Exactly.
I know. I know. The other will have a devilish laugh that's going to make you pee yourself, and then you're going to scream, and then you're going to like freak out a little bit more, and they're going to think it's hilarious that you screamed, and then they're
then
going
the
to
ghost
just hear
old
it,
person will pee
and they're going to go,
themselves.
do it again, and then you have to laugh over and or scream over and over, and it's just annoying. Anyone who's ever had kids and did something that made children laugh, then you understand what I'm talking about, because it's a vicious cycle. So you're right, ghost child every single time.
Woohoo!
Not even close. So the next one
Uh-oh.
has nothing to do with ghost. This has to do with something of a conversation I was having earlier this week. True or false? Cookies are better than donuts.
Oh shit.
Christine,
Oh god.
you go first. True or false?
Here's the thing. I was really hoping you were going to say anything but donuts, because cookies and donuts really are my two true loves.
There's a reason why I brought these two to the courtroom.
You made this really, really difficult on me. You know what? I'm going to go. Oh my God. You know what? I'm going to go with false.
Okay.
And the
reason?
reason is that I've never really met a bad donut, but I've met a bad cookie, and that's an oatmeal raisin that pretends to be chocolate chip. And
Oh, there's nothing sadder.
Yeah.
Gosh, there's nothing sadder. It's like you're
dark.
expecting water, and instead you drink root beer.
Oh, that's happened
Yeah.
to me, and it's rough. Yeah, no messing around with that.
It's happened to you?
Yeah, my brother, I hate root beer, so sometimes at restaurants my brother will order a root beer, and when I go to the bathroom he'll like trade my drink out for a root beer. It's really mean.
Okay. But you
Not
didn't
with
think
water,
it was
though,
water, right?
Okay, but it
Because
was in one of
otherwise-
those red cups where you can't see it. All right, I don't listen.
Christine, I think I need to make a different ruling, and that is you need to leave and go to Lens Crafters right now.
I had some ground and then I lost it. I'm sorry. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
What I'm saying
You should have
is,
kept that red cup thing to yourself.
You know those Coca-Cola plastic red cups where you really don't
yeah.
know what color, you know.
Oh, no, I know, but you kind of know.
Well, you at least know the difference between water and root beer.
Okay, maybe it was a Coke, who knows, but root beer.
Okay.
Christine's
Okay,
never
that's
coming
more
back on
understandable.
our show.
No, I really fucked it up. Sorry, am I allowed to swear on the show? I really messed.
Yes, you
Order out.
Order in the cart. Okay, that's what I'm saying though. Is like, you know, you can do donuts with like cereal on top. I've even been to this place out here, Donut Friend, which is also M's favorite donut place, and it's like hugely popular. And I just learned it's vegan. I had no
It's
idea.
the vegan, yeah.
And they're my favorite donuts in LA. And LA is a big like donut mecca, you know, if you will. And I tried these donuts and I was like, these are my favorite. They're the ones I always get. They're vegan. I'm like, if a vegan donut, I mean, you know, you turn that around and go to cookies, like, not feeling it. And I feel like you deep fry something, it's going to win.
Steven, do you agree or disagree?
I will say, there is a good vegan cookie. And that, my friends, is the Oreo.
Fair.
Oreos are vegan, which is
Ooh,
terrifying.
That hurt.
But it is a good vegan cookie. With that being said, yeah, definitely donuts are better.
Okay.
So, yeah, donuts are amazing because I hail from the land of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, where Christopher currently lives, the birthplace of Krispy Kreme donuts.
My favorite donuts of all time.
And
I'm getting bonus points
there are
here.
fools out there, and there are fools, Josh Hallmark from Our Americana, who say that Krispy Kreme is not a donut. It's just sweet air, and it should not be consumed and called a donut. It's a disgrace.
What?
To which I argue, you're a disgrace, Josh.
Where's that
bring
guy?
her sweet air
Can we
all
bring
day
him
long.
in?
Can we bring him? I can call him
Out
right
of order,
now.
Josh.
Arrest him immediately.
If we weren't recording so late and I thought he was not asleep, I would call him and put him on speakerphone and be like,
I'll
Josh, you're
call
live
him.
on Is
I
This
don't
Adulting?
care.
He would just be like, oh, God, I don't want to do this right now.
That's blasphemy. I lived in D.C. Krispy Kreme, man. A+.
And here's the thing. Donuts are so versatile. And I know cookies are, but you can do so much with it. Okay, so this weekend, goodness, I went to a little ice cream shop I had never been to in the university area of Charlotte. It's called 90s. You should definitely go if you live in the Charlotte area. And I walk in, and they're like, do you want a yummy bun? And I was like, first off,
The answer
tell me
is
more about
always
these yummy
no. The answer
Always
is
no.
always no
Oh,
when a
don't
stranger
ask questions.
asks that.
Don't ask
Children,
questions.
if there is ever a person that says, hello, young child, would you like a yummy bun? I'm giving you permission, whether your parents agree or not, to kick that person in the balls because, let's be honest, that person's going to have balls. The one who's asking that is going to be a creepy dude.
Run so far away.
Kick him in the yummy buns is what I'm saying right now.
Now, Steven, what did you do?
Well, they did. I was like, what's a yummy bun? And he's like, we have an assortment of yummy buns. And I was like, okay.
It's getting worse.
Tell me more about your yummy buns. And
No.
it is a donut that has ice cream. It's a donut ice cream sandwich.
Actually, I actually want that so badly.
And I'll tell you.
You know what I want? I want a donut ice cream sandwich. You know what I do not want a yummy bun.
Okay, fair
No
point.
yummy buns for Chris.
Yeah.
But so I got this thing, and one, it's just a donut that they've cut in half, and inside they have put Moose Tracks ice cream, peanut butter drizzle, chocolate drizzle, spread peanut butter on it, and put Reese's cups inside it. And I had a religious experience.
I don't really want anything but that.
Yeah,
ever
it was
in my life.
amazing. It was amazing. My wife got an Oreo milkshake, which was also amazing. But this yummy bun, y'all.
So she went the
Steven.
cookie route with that Oreo. You went the
Exactly.
The
And
donut
whose
wrap.
was better?
Yeah,
It was
obviously
mine. And then
yours.
and then once they stuff it with the ice
Steven.
cream and all the things, they heat it up in a pan, and so it's like warm and melty. Christopher, yes.
It seems like you're going a little off topic.
I'm sorry. I just want to talk about my yummy buns.
Well, I definitely don't. And so we're going to keep going because we have more to get to. So as we were saying, true or false, cookies are better than donuts? The ruling is in. Of course it's false.
Thank God.
Yeah,
kidding
donuts
me?
are amazing.
Look, cookies are passed out left and right with absolutely no standard for what
Thank
is good.
you.
And a coworker brings in a thing of donuts to the office, they become a national hero
It is
immediately.
huge.
You could have hated them before that. And afterwards they go, you know what? Stephanie might be all right.
What a good guy. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, so it's not even close. So well done. Both of you have
Wow, we're winning,
continued-
Steven.
Yeah. Well, let's see if this continues.
Uh-oh.
This is, once again, has nothing to do with anything, but which was the better 90s television show?
Uh-oh.
Saved by the Bell or Family Matters? Christine, you're first.
I have
This
something
before your time, Christine.
to say. Listen, my parents are from
careful.
Germany. I have not seen either of these TV shows. Okay, bye.
What? Order in the.
This is where SVU goes on a commercial break. On a
Take her
cliffhanger.
into lockup, bailiff.
Listen, here's the thing. Well, okay, I don't know. What year did okay, hold on. I was born in 91. And
Oh, you're such a baby.
I feel like my parents, I feel like I watched like Sesame Street till I was way too old. And I didn't even speak English till I was like 7. So at that point, it's like 1998 and I kind of missed the boat. Okay.
You did.
It's like
this is what we're going to do.
Oh, God.
This is going to test. You were
mistrial. I call for a mistrial.
I may have to grant that
I think you got that.
So I'm just going to have you pick one of them. It's either Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
Or Family Matters. You're going to pick one.
Okay.
You don't have to give a reason why. And then he is going to pick one. And we'll
okay,
see.
I actually have a reason why, even though, because I work in TV, so I'm just going to give you a reason, like as if I know. So my reason, so here's the thing. My decision is Saved by the Bell. And here's the reason. Because they just made that restaurant, and I know the guy who wrote an article about it for the New York Times, and we talked about it last night, and I pretended like I knew what Saved by the Bell was. So that's my reason.
Okay, hey, good reason. Good answer.
Because there's a restaurant based after it. So, I mean, it can't be that bad.
All right, so Steven, where are you lying on this argument?
I'd like to, may I address the courtroom? May I turn around and address everyone here?
It depends. If you go for 20 more minutes on your yummy buns, I'm kicking you out.
I could talk about them yummy buns all day. But I do have something to say.
Address the court.
Not even just to you, the jury, because there is no jury. It's just an empty section of
me.
Seats. It's just
I'm the judge and jury.
And executioner.
Hear me roar.
If need be. I would like to say, ladies, gentlemen, friends beyond the binary, there is a reason that there is a web series made by Funny or Die called Zach Morris's Trash. And that's because, y'all, Zach Morris is trash.
Who is that?
The lead character from Saved by the Bell.
Oh. Yeah, I know that. I knew that. I was just testing you.
These are the titles of a few episodes of Zach Morris's Trash, where they just revisit old Saved by the Bell episodes. The time Zach Morris used subliminal messages to brainwash girls into sex. The time Zach Morris valued a red jacket more than 4 human lives. The time Zach Morris told his girlfriend's little sister to hook up with his friend. The time Zach Morris tricked his friends into joining the army.
Zach Morris?
Here's the thing. Zach Morris is trash.
What
and I will go ahead and argue this right here. Saved by the Bell is trash. Family Matters is a lovely show.
Wait, who created that show again?
Family Matters?
Yeah.
It was Steven Urkel. He created it. Steve Urkel is arguably one of the dumbest and best characters in 90s sitcom history.
Okay, I got it.
It has the catchiest theme song. Get out of here, Saved by the Bell. Nothing's catchier than the Family Matters theme song. It's heartwarming. It's lovely. But not to mention, it was a primetime sitcom about people of color in the early 90s.
Yeah, I vote with that again. I changed my mind.
That dealt with some serious issues. And let us not forget, Family Matters is great. Saved by the Bell is not great. But none of these hold a candle to the actual greatest 90s sitcom. Let me call in Exhibit A, Christopher, and I want to show you Boy Meets World.
Okay, that I watched.
Boy Meets World is better than all of these shows combined. So, Christopher, I would like to...
Overruled. You're done. I didn't say which is the best 90s TV show ever. I said which was a better
Clarissa
television
explains it all. Okay, are we playing this game now?
You have gone off your rocker, mister. You're done.
I'm sorry. I was just so upset by Zach Morris trying to win this battle.
Here's the thing. Steven really drew me to his side, so I think he should win this one. I forfeit.
Here's the thing. I would have gone.
Uh-oh.
I would have been persuaded as well if he wouldn't have gone off topic.
Uh-oh.
He has now gone off topic the last 2, and so I cannot give it to him. And so for that, I call this a stalemate. I don't know if that's the actual term.
Mistrial.
Right. Mistrial. There we go.
Mistrial.
It's okay. I don't know. I'm still new. This is why I'm in night court. I don't get the prime time. All right, we'll keep going. All right. True or false?
Man, I'm getting fired up. I love this game.
Kangaroos are the best non-domesticated mammal.
Who goes first?
True or Stephen, you. True or false? Kangaroos are the best non-domesticated mammal.
Why would you do this to me? You already know who the greatest non-domesticated mammal is. Go for it.
Is it you, Stephen?
It's the capybara.
Oh!
Capybaras are... Now, okay, here's the thing. Sometimes capybaras are domesticated in some countries. So are we counting that, or are we talking like a domesticated, like an animal you imagine that is domesticated?
It's up to you.
And okay, domesticated like lives in your house with you. Are we talking about?
That is the definition,
like a pet.
of domesticated,
Like a pet.
or at least like a
there's-
pet.
Well, there's also mammals that you bring in like zoos and stuff. So like that's
No,
my.
no, no.
But
I'm
that's not-
talking about.
You bring like tigers, but they're not domestic animals.
Yeah, I'm talking about Fido, the equivalent of
Okay,
that.
cool. Capybaras are kept in some homes as domesticated animals, so I will not go for capybaras, but I will tell you that that is false. Kangaroos are not the best non-domesticated mammal, because there are other things out there. Like, let's think about... Oh, God, I'm so scared to say this, because what if I'm wrong scientifically?
Oh, just
Aren't
say it, please.
dolphins mammals?
I think
they
so,
are,
because
yes.
they birth babies.
Yeah, aren't dolphins mammals? Dolphins are amazing.
Yeah, I just Googled it. They're definitely mammals.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was so scared I was going to be wrong, though. Dolphins are mammals. I mean, there's a door...
Dolphins are really violent, though.
Oh, yeah, they're aggressive.
And they actually are
They're
the
very
only
aggressive.
ones the only, like, sea creatures that commit rape. Just saying.
Yeah. That's,
Whoa,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not even kidding.
that
is
was an
accurate.
unexpected answer.
I realized as
Whoa.
it was coming out of my mouth that was a very intense...
I didn't know that was a thing. That's
Yeah,
horrible.
it's very
Yeah.
scary.
It is
Dolphins.
also bad. Okay, so maybe I'll change from dolphins. I'm
Sorry.
going to say polar bears are the best domesticated animal because they're just so cute. They're very deadly.
You're really bad at
they're
this game.
very
Well, okay, yeah, they're very violent, as long as we
All right,
acknowledge
so,
that.
Christine,
All
how
right.
about you?
I'm gonna
True
win.
or
Cats.
false?
I'm gonna-
Kangaroos are the best non-domesticated mammal.
This is the most false statement I've ever heard. And here's why.
okay.
Because I mean, kangaroos are fine. It's, whatever. Good job, Australia. But at the same time, they also are pretty fucking violent. And I'm not about like violent. I'm just, I'm like, I want to find some mammals that have learned to live in a nonviolent way. And my favorite mammal is the elephant, which happens to also be my favorite animal. And here's the thing with elephants is that they're extremely intelligent. And also when I feel like I just keep throwing out weird facts of trivia that I don't know where they came from in my brain. But so when an elephant loses like a loved one, they mourn for it and they have a funeral for it. And they're like extremely emotionally adept and advanced. And they're also very intelligent. And they're just cool creatures. And people like hurt them and hunt them. And so elephants are the best mammals. And so that means kangaroos are not.
Your Honor, just very briefly, may I address the defendant?
Quickly.
Okay. First off, if we're looking for nonviolent animals, I think we all overlooked sloths because they're adorable and wonderful. But here's my issue.
They can be very violent, actually.
Can they really?
Slow
can.
motion punches. Wait,
No,
are you for real?
Not even joking. Sloths can be very
What's wrong
violent.
with these people? Animals.
Well, here's another animal that can be very violent, and that's the elephant. The elephant is legitimately the most dangerous land animal in the world. Just
I
so
thought
you know.
that was the hippo.
No. They're close, but they're considered amphibious because they can do both. But here's the thing:
Oh, okay.
just solely land animal. How many of the people sitting in this room, this digital room, have been charged by an actual elephant? This one,
You have not.
and I have,
well,
and
were
it's
you
terrifying.
in its space? Maybe.
No, we were like 400 yards away. It was in the distance. It just came coming.
Were you in his
Steven.
Sahara Desert?
This is like Yum Yum Buns time 4.
Yum Yum Buns? It was not a Yum Yum
We
bun.
keep
I'm pretty
moving
sure it
away
was a Yum
from
Yum bun.
The Honorable Christopher.
Also, here's
I'm
the
sorry,
thing: is that elephants might be violent if you get up in their grill, but kangaroos like kick the crap out of each other and like kill each other.
Well, let me tell you the answer.
All right, I didn't want to know the answer.
True
now.
or false, kangaroos are the best non-domesticated mammal? False. It's simple. Otters are the best. If you disagree, you suck big ones because, let's be honest, they're little furry babies and I love them.
They hold hands. You're right.
They just hold hands
Yeah.
and they slip and slide and just be like, oh, I just want
They're
a
just
big otter party all
happy.
over me. Yep.
Ugh.
That's what I want. So,
Man.
You're right. We were both
Can
of
you
course I'm
win?
right.
Is
I'm
there
the
a way-
judge.
Is there a way that you win and we lose?
I
'Cause-
always win.
Oh, okay.
Let's
Good.
be honest. Lady Justice is always on my side. Finally.
And that's just because you're a straight white man in America.
No.
Ooh, topical.
2018. All right. Finally, which is better, skydiving or bungee jumping?
Oh, God. Here we go. I have a lot to say about this.
You have to pick one. All right. Then, Christine, you can go first. Which is better, skydiving or bungee jumping?
I went skydiving. And what
Did
happened?
you also go Rocky Mountain climbing? Sorry.
No, I'm not going to sing it, although you almost got me there. I did not go. I'll tell you what, I don't climb anything. I don't climb mountains. I did go skydiving, and as I was falling from many, many, many feet in the air, the guy that I was like strapped to.
That's one metric to use for skydiving.
Many, many of them.
It's many, many feet in the air.
Many feet above the ground. And he starts spinning me around and around and around and around and around. And he's like, "Isn't this fun?" And I'm like, I forgot to tell this guy that I get extremely motion sick. So we land on the ground and I just puke everywhere. And like, sure, the video is like kind of fun to watch, but also they don't really tell you to breathe when you're falling. They're like, oh, I asked before I went up, I was like, how do you breathe when you're falling so fast? And they say, oh, you just open your mouth and your body automatically like breathes for you. Well, that didn't happen because my anxious self was like, okay, I need to remember how to breathe. So as I'm falling, I'm like attempting to bring air into my lungs, but I'm falling so fast and so then I convinced myself that I'm going to die before I hit the ground. It was a disaster. But bungee jumping, why would you do that? Because you're going to break your spine. I don't think either of them win. I don't like either of them.
But you have to pick one. Sometimes it's not between two good things. It can be between two bad things, which is the less
then
bad
I
thing.
pick skydiving because you're not like just literally free falling and then hoping a freaking rope catches you. At least you have a trained professional on your back who's like, I have a parachute and a automatic safety chute. So I pick skydiving because it's the less dangerous one.
Okay, Steven, do you agree or do you disagree?
I agree that both are terrible.
They are. Thank you.
I wish that was an option, but since I have to pick one, I'm also going to agree skydiving. Because here's the deal: how do they know how long to make the first rope?
That's what I'm saying.
When people bungee jump, what if they just mismeasured just a little bit?
Just by a few feet.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Inches, simple inches,
Simple
could be
inches.
the difference between
Few
life
feet.
and death.
Just a
Just
few
a few
feet.
feet.
And
And
like, what if
so-
you're 10 pounds more than someone else and you fall? I mean, I don't like it. And you're falling on a cliff, by the way. When you bungee jump, you fall down a cliff. When you're skydiving, at least there's a big field to land on.
And here's the thing. Which is more likely to kill me instantly? Skydiving, because I'm just going to slam into the ground from so far in the air. So if I'm going to go
Good.
out, one of them's going to screw up, I'm going to take that one.
Good point. You don't want to fall on some pointy rocks.
You've both had very good arguments, and it's now time for me to tell you which is better of what I would agree are two horrible options. It is skydiving, of course,
Thank
because
you.
one, you're not alone, which is
Yes.
a pretty big important part.
Yep.
Two, it's so high, although I have not done it myself, I've had many friends who have, and it's so high it almost doesn't feel as real of a fall. It almost feels
That's true. That's true.
compared to when you're like, you can see the ground.
When you're
right there.
throwing yourself off of a cliff.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I know. And once you get close to the ground, you're going way slower.
Oh, you're
than
just
when-
gliding. Yeah.
Yep.
That part's
And
fun.
Finally, bungee jumping. It's literally hanging from a rubber band.
Stupid.
And the way I would describe it, from the words of many grandmas around the world, don't test God.
Thank you.
That's the best way I can say it.
Amen.
Just don't test. Just don't test it.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, because there's certain things. There's only one way I would bungee jump, or I would even consider it, and that is if the bungee was made of a bunch of friendly little otters, and somehow they could act like a bungee.
They're not going to
instead.
let you fall.
Yeah, they're gonna hold
And
my
at
hand
the
the whole
bottom
way.
of that cliff is a bunch of donuts, and they're all waiting for you.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yep.
That's perfect.
That's
But
fun.
no problematic Zach Morris. How
Yeah,
about
no,
that?
that's not there.
No, we'll just push him off the bungee.
He
is
can
what we'll
just
do.
go bungee jump off a real rubber band, and we'll see what
But
happens.
they're waiting to catch you at the bottom with a box of donuts in his hands. It's Reginald Val Johnson from Family Matters, and he's just
yep.
ready to catch you and love you.
Look at
Yep.
that.
All right, so
I
it's
think we
time for
solved
the
the world's
ruling.
problems.
It's time for the ruling. Both of you came up with very great answers. And I could argue either way that the person deserves to win, but
It's going to be you.
It's gonna be you.
yeah, it's going to be Christine.
Yeah, I got off topic a lot.
That's the only reason why, because I'll be honest with you, I was originally going to go with Saved by the Bell because I forgot about the problematic stuff. I was more thinking about how Stefan, when he goes from Steve Urkel to Stefan, he's kind of problematic, but then I was like, oh wait, yeah, so was Zach Morris. So I was actually going to go with you until you started going off topic, and because
Literally. Okay, go ahead.
Until next time, this has been the People's Court. We're done.
Oh man, that
Okay.
was beautiful.
We did it. Well, hey,
appreciate it.
literally, if you're looking for some laughs, go watch the web series. They're like 4-minute videos. You can find them on their Facebook page. Funny or Die does a series called Zach Morris's
You
Trash,
better
and
believe
it's
I'm going to watch that
hilarious.
immediately after this.
I watched all of them. I've watched all of them.
I feel like I'm really missing out that I didn't watch the show, but I'm still going to enjoy it, I'm sure.
Oh, you still will.
Yeah.
But
Yep,
all right,
you
well,
will.
we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more Is This Adulting?
Bye.
Bye.
Did you say bye?
Maybe.
So
you know
did
we
I.
have a whole rest of the show to go.
I know.
Bye.
Hey everybody, best friend Stephen Pappas here, breaking in with your weekly podcast recommendation. It's me, I'm here again. This week we're recommending the Bright Sessions again. So we recommended them early on when we were doing these kind of weekly podcast recommendations, and I just want to recommend them one more time because one, it's an amazing show, but two, their final episode when I'm recording this came out today. So when you're hearing this, it came out yesterday. I'm just so excited to get to listen to it. I haven't listened to it yet. This show is incredible. For those of you that don't know, we had Lauren Shippen on the show and she described it as gay superheroes with feelings. And it's amazing. It is about therapy for the strange and unusual, and it's just a great audio drama. Definitely check it out. This show has wrapped me in. I've listened to parts of it multiple times. It's so good. It's so incredible. Everyone that we've met from the cast has been so kind, so definitely check this show out. Support them here at the end, and you'll be so glad you did. You'll be so glad you did. All right, back to the show. All right, we are back, and it's game time. That's what it is. It's just game time. So, Chris, what are we playing this week?
We're playing a game that I introduced about a month or so ago with easily one of the best names that we've ever come up with.
Oh, yeah, you got to sing the jingle, though.
I don't even remember it, but I just remember it was called Human Thesaurus and something like Human Thesaurus, find another word because it's cool. I don't know. I just made that up.
Very similar to that.
That sounds like you really knew it by heart.
Actually, more of what that means is I just constantly make up songs, and that's a sad skill that I have. They're never good, but they are
It's a good
songs.
skill.
So here's the thing. Sometimes we can all struggle to find the right word for something. You know, you're looking for it, and sadly, you don't have access to like your phone or a thesaurus or anything like that. Or even if you do, you still can't seem to find the exact word that you're looking for.
Right.
Well, sometimes that's why it's nice to be able to ask a friend. And this week, I have a few phrases that I need a little help with.
Oh, man.
So each round, I'm going to call upon you both to help me find some alternatives. The fact is, though, you're only going to have 10 seconds to do it. The first round, you'll have to come up with 3 other names for something. And each round following, you'll add 1 additional one. But you still only get 10 seconds to figure it out.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So
Okay.
you get a point for every single one that you get correctly. I will decide if it is considered a proper alternative or not. And don't worry, I'll be a little flexible with it because it's not as simple as just another word. It's a little bit weirder than that. So Stephen, how would you prefer to go first to just give her a little bit of an idea of what you kind of
Please.
want to? Okay.
Please.
Sure, yeah, I'll go first,
Thank
even
you,
though I'm not
Steven.
sure I'll be a good example.
Okay, so let me go ahead and just get ready for the timer, because remember, you have this very scary timer that makes it even more intimidating. Steven, are you ready?
Oh, boy.
I'm ready.
And I will not start the timer until I have completely finished the statement, okay?
Okay.
Name 3 other ways to tell your dog they've been a bad boy.
No, naughty creature. Terrible, useless pile of garbage.
Only 2 this time. So
And now I sound like I verbally abuse my animal.
So your first one was no naughty creature. I'll be honest with you, I kind of like it.
That's good. It's really
I
good.
do call my dog Creature a lot.
Yeah, I'm kind of a fan of that one, so I'm not.
That's really good. I like that.
The second one was something just. It was less about saying that they've done something bad and more of just saying something just horrible to a dog, and I can't really accept that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I couldn't think of anything.
Useless.
Yeah, I'm not going to condone that, and unless we're talking about kangaroos, but that's a different time.
God.
Stephen, you only got 1 point, but it's okay because, as you know, this game can go any way very quickly.
As you know, Christine's gonna struggle. Okay.
All right, so Christine, you
just
also
gotta get
this
one.
time you only have to get, or remember, you only have to name 3 at max. So, so remember, and I won't hit the timer until I have finished the statement.
Okay, I'm ready.
Christine, name 3 other ways to compliment the chef.
Tasty. Yum. You did a great job. My favorite foods are on this plate you made.
Well,
That person does ceramics at the end. He made the plate as well.
wow. Okay, so let's hear. So let's start with the first one was just tasty. Is it, you did a good job. I think that was the
Tasty.
first one.
Yum, you did a good job.
Yum.
Yeah,
There's
Yummy
a yum.
buns.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, it's maybe a little weird, but hey,
Yummy buns.
yeah, you're complimenting the chef. The second one, I don't quite remember what that second one was, but it was also technically a compliment that I would
The
consider.
second one was the yum, you did a good job.
Yeah. That
What
was
was the
second
first one?
The first one was tasty.
Tasty.
Tasty. You know what? I'm gonna still give that one because if you're talking to the chef, then that's appropriate.
You got to
And
do
finally,
the finger thing.
Such a your last one was such a literal yet still kind thing to say. My favorite food is all the things you made, or what
It's on
was
this
it?
plate you made.
On this plate you made. So many extra unnecessary details, yet it's still good. So you got all 3 points there. So well done.
Yay!
I'm
Yay!
3-1.
Hey,
This is a
but
fun
don't worry. At any moment, things can come back.
I need wine, like Christine has. That'll help.
This is the key.
All right. Well, so this time we're going to switch it back up, and now Christine, you go first.
Oh God. Okay.
So to put the pressure back on you. This time,
ready.
remember, it's not 3 things. You now have to name 4 things, but you still only get 10 seconds.
Fourth. Okay. Got it.
Remember, I will wait to hit the buzzer or the timer until I finish the statement.
Okay. I'm ready.
Christine, name 4 things someone might call their best friend.
Buddy boy. My BFF. Jimmy John Jr. Louie, you're my pal.
The first 2 were very different than the last 2. So, Buddy Boy. Buddy Boy sounds a little bit like a creepy baseball coach, but I guess I'll give it to you.
Yeah, but maybe his little athlete pal is his best friend.
That seems weird.
I mean,
I'll be honest with you. I think
but-
after you saying that, I may have to take that point away now. I'm sorry, but it's your own doing. So you did say BFF though, which is yes, that is one. So you get a point. So that's 4.
Okay.
Your next 2 though, you just said Jimmy John.
Jimmy John Jr.
Jimmy John Jr. That just sounds like a specific chain of Jimmy John that is only for children, where they make like babyer versions of stuff. So
it's like
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This
Christine,
is what I call you. It's my nickname. No.
Yeah. No. It totally makes sense if what I asked was, hey, name other generations of a family that only named their children Jimmy John, then that would have been an acceptable answer.
Okay.
But unfortunately, that was not. So, and finally, you just said, "Hey, Louie, you're my best pal." That's more of a statement than calling them something. And so, unfortunately, you only got 1 point this round. So you now have 4 points. And so, hey, Stephen, it's okay.
Listen, I feel good. I feel good.
It's 4-1, but you can definitely make up some ground on this one. So,
Okay.
Stephen, are you ready?
I'm scared, yes.
Name 4 things that you can clean an oven with.
Ammonia, vinegar, Windex, and a sponge.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
man.
So ammonia. Yeah, I guess technically.
I don't think you should put
I
that
feel like
near your
that's a
food,
thing.
but okay,
Yeah,
sure.
I think it's close enough to something. The next thing you said was vinegar. Yeah, you could use vinegar to
correct.
clean. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna go with a hard no on Windex. And
but the inside of the oven, you could clean the outside, that glass window where you.
no, I think that is a fair argument, but at the same time, still no, because I don't want Windex near my food.
Fair.
But you
so-
want ammonia near your food?
more than Windex, that's for sure.
You realize ammonia is one of the ingredients in mustard gas, right?
Yeah, but ammonia is a cleaning thing, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
So is
yeah,
Windex.
definitely not Windex, though. No, we're not going to give you that one. But then sponge, you're right. So guess what? You're tied.
Oh,
We are
shit.
tied going
Yeah.
into the last round.
Oh, man.
And this is where it starts getting much more crazy because this time you have to name 5, and
Oh,
you
God.
only have 10 seconds to
Oh,
do
God.
it. So, Steven, the pressure's
God.
on you to
Thank
set
God he has to go
set
first.
the standard. Steven,
Okay,
are you ready?
I'm ready.
Name 5 other words for restaurant.
Diner, drive-in, dive, bistro, food house.
Well, I feel guilty in some ways because I wasn't thinking that somehow the person who would save the day would be Guy Fieri, apparently. But technically, you did
God
get
bless
4.
him.
You did not get Food House, which I won't give you, because
Why?
that more sounds like something a child would do with their mashed potatoes. Yeah, so technically, you did get 4. And
That's a lot.
I'm sad about that because only because I didn't realize how easy that would be because of Mr. Fieri. But hey, it's okay. It's all right. Well done. You now have 8. So it's down to the end. So this is how we're going to do this. Christine, if you get 5, actually no, if you get 4, you're going to win. And the only reason why I say that is because this one, I'm pretty positive there are no shows that can give you 3 out of 5 very quickly in the title.
Oh, jeez.
And so if you get 3 or below, you lose. If you get 4 or above, I'm going to
Okay.
say that you win. Okay.
All right, I'm
I think
ready.
that's the only way. So it's
Okay.
also 5 things.
All right, I'm ready.
Name 5 other words that you can use for the word monster.
Demon, Demogorgon, Loch Ness creature, a creature, deep sea creature,
Well, Christine, let me explain something to you. I don't think anyone more in the history of the world wants Steven to lose than me. You started off so strong, and then you really got focused on either creature or sea-based creatures for the last 3. You loved it, didn't you? So let's see here. You had demon.
Demogorgon.
Yes, Demogorgon, yes. You had Loch Ness, which, hey, you're right. You said creature, which I am going to actually give.
Hell
and
yeah.
then, but I'm not going to give you sea-based creature.
Or
but,
deep sea creature.
or deep sea creature, whatever it might be. But hey, you did get 4.
I
and
did?
Because of that, I'm gonna have to give you the win because Guy Fieri hasn't made a show yet of on next week's episode of Demon, Demogorgon, and Loch Ness deep sea creatures. And so that's the only reason why. But hey, that was a well fought fight.
y'all, this game, man, I'm sweating. I am.
Yeah.
This is no joke, you guys.
Yeah. So congratulations,
Steven, this was quite a journey for us. Thank you for participating with me.
both of y'all.
Thank you. Well
and
played.
Both things we've done so far y'all have been tied throughout the entire. You've been on the same page.
We're the same person.
Yeah. So
I'm
congratulations.
also engaged to someone named Blaze. Don't tell Katie.
I won't.
Blaze to me sounds like one of the characters from the Hunger Games, and I love it.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
But definitely one of the more wealthy members.
Yeah, I'm going to bring that up, and he's going to go, "What's a Hunger Games?" And I'm going to be like, "Yeah, see, you don't make this name fun."
See, I would be more willing to make fun of him here if you had not just admitted to me you had never seen Saved by the Bell or Family Matters.
You're right. You're right. I walked right into that one.
Yeah, you did. You did. But it's okay. It's okay.
It's because she's a baby. When you reach the ripe old age of 28.
28. I'm 27. What? Wait.
We got some time on you though.
Oh, you're telling me? Okay. I see what you're saying. When I reach 28.
No one's older than me.
We are 28, and we've lived a life. Let me tell you.
You're 28?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm 27.
I'm just being a smart ass.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm 40.
Okay. You're 40. Yeah.
And I'm
Chris
beautiful.
is 37,
You're
actually.
40 and you're beautiful.
I'm also medical mystery.
No matter what they say, words can't bring
Words
you
can't
down.
bring you down,
No,
but-
A lot of
can't.
people don't actually know that Christina didn't write that song. It was
Did
her
Terry
cousin
write it?
Terry. Yeah.
Oh, Terry.
Yeah,
Who was it?
Her cousin Terry.
Is this the person you keep talking about that I thought was fake but is actually apparently real?
Of course he's real.
No, he's not real. Okay, good. Just checking.
No, he's not real. Oh my God!
You
All right,
guys,
well,
my parents are from Germany. I don't know things about America.
Next time you
are
come
you
on,
from
we're gonna have just
Yes.
like a super basic quiz about American pop culture and
No.
see if you can get even one right.
No, I cannot. I worked at Entertainment. That was my nightmare.
Humble brag.
They were no. I believe me. I was a PA. I was made minimum wage and had to buy people sandwiches. But point
Humble
is,
brag.
I wish. I really wish. But they were like, "Oh, the Kardashians," and I'm like, "Which ones are those?" Like, I don't know I don't know. There's a Kim
Wow.
Kardashian, and then there's some other ones that were related to Bruce Jenner, who is now Caitlyn Jenner, and that's all I know. I don't know anything beyond that. So working at E was a nightmare. I don't know about. I'm sorry. I'm a grandma. I'm 1,000.
That's
Cheers.
okay. So are we. No,
Obviously
We're
not.
In a way, we're all grandmas.
Thanks for trying to make me feel better.
It's inspirational and beautiful. So we're gonna get into the last topic,
Let's
which
Good segue.
let's do it.
is Christine's topic.
This is my topic. Let's go, guys.
Christine's topic, which I need to find the exact wording that you sent me.
Oh, don't.
Because
That's embarrassing. What did I say?
Why?
What did I
It
say?
made me laugh. I was like, "Hey, do you know exactly what you want to talk about?"
Do you know when I sent that to you? It was while I was driving to work, and I said, "Hey Siri, text Steven." And I tried 3 times, and it finally let me say it to you. And this is a Siri read text message. Whatever I said.
You said, "I think I finally picked a topic." I was like, "Cool."
Period.
I said,
Space.
Can we talk about new agey woo woo stuff?
Yep, that's it.
And I was like, I don't know what that means. Please explain. And you were like, "Oh, like crystals and Reiki."
Oh,
and,
yeah.
lucid dreaming and things like that. And I was like, "Oh yeah, absolutely, that sounds fun." And I was like, let's talk about it. What do you want to talk about?
Oh,
it, though?
you
I figure I'll
guys.
give you the floor. Let's talk about this.
You guys. Now, I don't really know you too well, but I will say, since I've moved to LA, I like to say LA has changed me and turned me into this kind of like granola crazy hippie person. But what I really think is that I moved to LA and I finally felt like I could be that person without being like super judged. So I think that person was always inside me. And I say that because I took a Reiki class, like energy healing. And I took a Reiki class, like my first year certification last year. And as I was taking the class, the teacher was like, "Oh, I can sense that there are women in your family, that this is like something that has been passed through the maternal line of your family." And I was like, okay, whatever. And I called my mom later to tell her. And she goes, "Oh, yeah, I have my master's in Reiki." And I was like, hold on, what? And keep in mind, my mother has a PhD in she's an academic, and she has a PhD, and she's a professor. And she goes, "Yeah, I have a master's in Reiki. I got it in the 90s. And I was like, what the hell? And it turns out my mother and then my dad's mother all were like had masters in Reiki, and this was like a thing that they always did. And so when I moved to LA and I just like on a whim took this course and started like learning Reiki, and she was like, oh, it looks like the maternal side of your family has been doing this for a long time. Well, apparently that was true, and I thought this lady was a quack. But
so never even at like a family dinner.
No, my mom does this a lot.
Mama just drop. She's got 4 more masters that you're not aware of.
No, she also like for a while did like Ray-Ban ads in magazines where she had to shave her head like and then do zebra print like black and white on her hair. Like she's just a crazy lady, and so nothing surprises me about her anymore. And she never.
Can I just say you have a very different mother than our mothers.
She also was like a truck driver for a while when she moved to the U.S. Just whatever. But so I had no idea. And so, I started taking Reiki classes, and it was pretty weird because it turns out like a lot of people in my family have done that before. And then I started kind of getting into like Akashic record readings and like lucid dreaming and all this like woo-woo stuff that's like that scares the heck out of my brother and my fiance who live with me and are like, please, no, we don't want this. But I really enjoy it, and I think it's a fun, and it helps my anxiety because I do it and I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm kind of like in control and like exploring my spirituality and classic LA talk. But I feel like it really helps my anxiety, and I don't know, it's something I like to explore, and also I like to talk about it a lot because, again, I'm from LA and that's what we do.
Cool. We had one of our early guests practices Reiki, and I just remember she's the chillest human that I've ever met in my life.
Really
I want to talk to her. Who is that?
Nina from Already Gone, the Already Gone podcast.
Okay, I gotta chit chat with
if
her.
I had known you did Reiki, I could have introduced the two of you at CrimeCon.
I know it. Oh, was she there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no.
Yeah, she is the calmest person in the entire world.
Oh, see, I love that.
It's very nice to be around.
I like how you guys are like probably thinking, wait, this chick is not calm. What is the difference between the one who practices Reiki and this girl who practices Reiki? But I would love to chat with her. I'll find her.
Absolutely.
I'll find her.
Track her down.
I'll track. Listen, I was a private investigator for a while. I'll track her down.
Hold on.
Did you know that about me? Oh,
No.
yeah. Also, I was a private investigator for a while.
I feel like you and your mom have a lot of interesting secrets that
People always say that.
that come out far later into a conversation than would be expected.
Because I don't feel like it's like pertinent to anybody's life, you know? I'm like,
Yeah, I'm going to need an episode. I'm going to need you to come back, and I'm going to need you to bring your mom.
oh no, everybody says that. And I'm like, my mom just loves to talk about herself. I guess she has a lot of interesting stories. So
Sounds like it.
Yeah,
So do you. I'm going to talk to you later about being a private investigator because that's amazing.
Yeah. It was a good time.
So, okay. Explain to me, how do you go through the process of like learning Reiki? Like,
I know it sounds crazy, but when you live in LA, it's just your average pastime. No, but so when I moved out here, man, I'm gonna sound so crazy, and I feel like I try to tone this down.
You're not.
Okay, thank you. I try to tone this down on like our podcast because I'm like, people are gonna think I'm nuts, but I'm just gonna go for it. So when I moved out here, I was in a really terrible, dark place for a long time, and it was a struggle living in LA, like by myself, and my fiance was back. He was my boyfriend at the time, but he lived back on the East Coast, and my brother and like my brother's, to risk sounding like a big dork, my brother's my best friend, and he lives with me now. But
no, that's awesome.
at the time, he was like living back in the Midwest, and I was out here alone, and I was like working at E, where I didn't know what Kardashian was, who or which or what. And so I was just in this terrible place, and I started kind of like researching. So I had like a lucid dream one night, and it was like, actually, this is pretty embarrassing. I had a lucid dream one night, and I realized that I could, which is like when you realize you're dreaming.
Right.
And I realized I was dreaming, and I was like, great, that means I can fly. So I started flying. And then while I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. It's as cool as it sounds. Like, you feel like you're flying. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, I'm so car sick. Like, I'm so nauseous. And I woke up and I ran to the bathroom and vomited because I was so like motion sick from flying in my freaking dream. And I was like, I ruined my own lucid dream by being motion sick. But anyway, so I was kind of like researching that and like sleep paralysis and all this like creepy stuff. And I found, I don't know what it was that I found, but I found like it was Akashic record reading. I went to like this crystal shop in my neighborhood and they were like, oh, we have this like this woman who does Akashic record readings. And I was like, I don't know what the hell that is. And so I went and did it anyway. And she was like, oh, her name was Janelle and she was really great. And she was like, you do this like sort of prayer thing and you open up, a person's basically like book of life and you're able to access their, masters, teachers, and loved ones. So it's like, the people that kind of guide them in their lifetime, whether they know it or not. And it's anybody who either is from like their current life or their past life that has passed away, or it's like higher teachers, like figures from history who are spiritual guiders. And I had this reading, and she was like telling me this stuff, and it was really crazy. And she basically said, she said a lot of weird stuff like, oh, you have a history in a different, you guys, you're going to think I'm so crazy. She's like, no. She's like, you have a history in like a different realm of the universe. And I was like, oh my, this is going to be real fun to chat about with my friend who was with me at the time, who was doing her own thing. And she was like kind of telling me, and she's like, and the way you access this is through your dreams. And I was like, oh boy, here we go. So I had this reading and I was like ruminating on it for several days. And I started having these dreams where I was like talking to my grandfather who has passed away, and like all these people who were like in my life or who like in my dreams were sort of part of my life, but I didn't really know them in waking life. It was very weird. And then there came a point where I just kind of stumbled. Like, I contacted this woman and I was like, hey, do you have any more information about this reading that we had? And she put me in touch with this woman who does Akashic record readings. And I took a class and I went all the way through it, and I can like, it's a, basically I'm an advanced Akashic record reader, which I don't tell anyone because they're like, that's crazy. But M has me open their records all the time. And like I do readings for M, and it's really fun for me. And every time I open M's records, for some reason, like, it's so weird. So I open M's records. There's like this prayer process you go through. Mm-hmm. And every time I open M's records, I just like get emotional. I start crying. And I see their grandfather. And it's like the most bananas thing in the whole wide world, because like growing up, I always believed in like ghosts and stuff, but it wasn't anything I ever experienced. And so now all of a sudden I'm doing these like readings, quote unquote, and I'm like, Em, your grandfather just said like, love you, kiddo, and like patted you on the back. And Em just starts crying and is like, that's literally, you know, my grandpa always did that, like, love you, kiddo, and patted me on the back. And it's just the strangest thing. And so I feel like it's like this weird connection that I have now that I can kind of access. And from then on, I took like Reiki classes, found out my mom did Reiki, found out my grandma did a lot of healing work. And I have a lot of dreams, like past life dreams where I was a healer and like, you know, all sorts of crazy woo-woo spiritual crap. So that's but I never tell anybody about it. So when you were like, what do you want to talk about? I was like, I'm just going to spout off a bunch of stuff about my secret spiritual life and see what happens.
So I'm curious, how long have you been participating in? So you said you started with Reiki first, right?
I actually started with the Akashic record reading first, and then went to
So how long
Reiki.
have you been doing all this stuff?
So that was about only like a year and a half or 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, and so not long.
Wow, that's cool. So it's still new.
It's very new. Yeah, you guys
cool.
are probably like,
no. So
No, you don't have to. You don't have to keep justifying yourself.
So-
We do not. I believe in a lot of weird spiritual things.
oh, good.
So let me. something I'll kind of say. I feel somewhat weird saying this.
No.
But no, I don't feel weird saying it to you, which is I feel very grateful for. I just feel weird saying this in general, which you understand why in a second. But so if anyone has listened back to our Real Talk episode where I kind of shared some of my interesting past, so I actually have a master's in divinity, and
wow.
And the thing that is interesting to me in that process, and as I've gone through a lot of traumatic stuff in the last couple of years that has kind of put that even more to the test. For me, I feel like spending a significant amount of time doing a lot of reading, research, just trying to learn and understand a wide variety of spiritual practices, mostly through Abrahamic traditions, but not solely with some of my classes. The thing that I've just learned more and more is, one, the concept of me being a master of something is the biggest joke in the entire world. Just realizing that every time you learn more, you just realize how little you actually know.
Right.
And the thing that I've just been really grateful at is, I mean, for those who live in America, or just really I'd say like Western culture, like we've developed certain things that are just considered normal. And 100 years ago they weren't normal, but now they are, and probably 100 years from now the things we're doing won't be normal to 100 years in the future.
Sure.
Or whatever it might be. But the thing that I grew up in more of a traditional Southern evangelical type of environment, and so even a lot of things that were out there for me were not out there for a lot of more mainstream Christianity, and things called like centering prayer, where you just sit there and you just like really, really just like ruminate over one word over and over in silence.
Right.
And for me, it was just like, what in the hell's that? Like that's demon work, like that's the type of stuff. And the thing is, what's interesting is what really started to really open my mind was when I first started we've talked about this before, Stephen, just the idea of like meditation and mindfulness. And for the longest time, I understood meditation to be the equivalent of, if you've ever watched Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec, when he goes and tries to meditate with Chris Traeger, of just not knowing what this is. I just sat there and didn't think for an hour or whatever. But the reason why I say all this is, for me, the thing that I'm just really inspired by are people who are continuing to seek an understanding of themselves better, the seeking understanding of what does our place in the world mean, where do I fall into that, how do I find truth in all that, and different practices throughout time, throughout history, throughout the world, of people who have tried to find ways to care for one another, and care for themselves. And so all the practices, things I'm hearing you say, some I'm familiar with, some I'm more I'd say like your basic terminology familiar with, not much deeper than that. If nothing else, I just want to encourage you, as someone who technically has a degree that should know what he's talking about. A degree just makes you feel more knowledgeable of what all the things you don't know.
Yeah, that's so true, though.
Not that like you're now confident and you figured it out.
No, that's so true.
I know things that are harmful, bad theology, like I said, and that's not just a Christian thing. Like I know things that are just like wrong and horrible. Like when someone just says like so and so killed on purpose because that was their will, like whatever. That stuff is just intentionally just harmful. But yeah, no, I mean a lot of the things I've been really grateful to see practices that were completely different than any type of experience I grew up in, a more traditional environment, and how things like mindfulness and forcing myself to sit and listen to my breathing have dramatically helped bring some healing. And on a daily basis have helped provide comfort and relief. And so I say all that more of just, I know that it's a big step for you to share that in front of people, and there's no way that when you share that, you're not going to feel like somewhat embarrassed, or you're just saying, oh, you know, I think I'm crazy or so and so. But I just wanted to say, if nothing else, just out of encouragement, that no, I mean, you're trying to find ways to care for yourself and others better,
no, I really appreciate
and bring
that.
yourself peace. So I just wanted to acknowledge that, so you don't have to
Thank
be
you.
too nervous around us, at least.
That's really sweet. Yeah, it's one of those things too where I'm like I've explored weird different aspects, and like some of it, you know, I've kind of looked at and been like, no, that's not for me, or that's a little too much, or whatever. But everything that I've kind of tried exploring or tried practicing is like stuff that I use to help my friends or help myself, and like it's all good. Like I just want to bring like more goodness into like my relationships and my own understanding of myself, and so it's all like very positive. So when people are, I mean, you know, people can be jokey and stuff, and like I get that, and I make fun of myself for it too, but people get so like sometimes like hateful and like, you know, angry, and I think there's a lot of like fear behind it, you know, like what are you doing? It's like
Sure.
witchcraft or whatever, but you know, all of it's based in love and like just trying to you know, build bridges between people, and that's kind of the ultimate goal. So yeah, ultimately, like it's just a way of me trying to understand myself, like you said, and really connect with people. Even Em and I have gotten a lot closer because
Cool.
I try to like read Em, and we do, you know, we talk about it, and it's, you know, Em's stepmom is Wiccan, so it's kind of like fun. We talk about different things that their stepmom has learned, and like I don't know much about that side of things, but it's just, you know, why not open your mind and just at least hear about it,
Sure.
learn about it. Yeah.
Steven?
Your turn.
I love it. I really do.
Are you tired like I am? Is that what it is?
No, and I am, but I'm just kind of taking it all in because, like,
Yeah.
I have a minor. I was 1 credit away from a degree in religious studies, and
Right.
so everybody thinks, oh, you religious studies and you live in the South, so you went to Sunday school. I'm like, well, no, my specialty was Hinduism.
Oh,
and
interesting.
Specifically Hindu mysticism.
Oh, wow.
And so, like, for me, like, I like a lot of these things because my course of study essentially was Eastern religion.
Right.
And these ideas that come out of Hinduism. And so I believe a lot of strange spiritual things. I just do. And a lot of that has to do with paranormal, as we've kind of touched on before. But at the same time, I have this, like, fascination with Eastern and alternative. Alternative is what they call it, but just because it's different than what we're used to here.
Sure.
But alternative medicines, alternative healing things.
Same.
I just think it's fascinating. And so for me, I approach it not always from a spiritual approach of, okay, well, spiritually, this is what I could get behind for that. But I approach the ideology that way.
Absolutely.
Like I look at the ideology and I go, I get behind that.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
I get behind the purpose of
positivity behind
connection.
it, and there's like love and energy, and you know, as far as I'm concerned,
Right.
you can't really deny that. So
Right. And the love and the energy, like, no matter where I fall on a spiritual scale, which is that's a loaded question that I never know the answer to.
sure.
But wherever I am on a spiritual scale, I always take a look at that and I go, I can't deny love and connection, because the thing that I love about so many of these traditions, be it the good parts of Abrahamic traditions, so like, I don't know, the good parts of Judaism, the good parts of Islam, the good parts of Christianity, because every religion and practice has a lot of bad parts too.
Sure.
But the good things from each of them, or Buddhism or Hinduism or Wicca or any of these things, the thing that I love about them is they all focus on connection.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's this idea of connecting as humanity, and connecting not just with that, but, you know, and call me hippie right there with you, but like connecting with the earth and connecting with our environment. And so for me, like I do a lot of that stuff. And so for me, like something as simple as getting a cup of coffee with a friend, having that conversation, knowing where that coffee came from, and having a connection to this is local, I did this, is almost a spiritual thing for me.
For sure.
And so, like, that probably sounds kind of weird, but like for me, it's all in the connection
Totally.
to whatever I'm around.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so like I'm interested in those things. I
Okay.
get behind like learning about them. Like I don't think you're crazy even in the least little bit. I don't think anybody's necessarily crazy for their beliefs unless their beliefs hurt someone else.
My poor parents, they're like, oh God. And that's the other thing is like my mom, like I was raised Catholic and,
Right.
you know, whatever. And I came out to LA and I started doing kind of like, I was like, well, I'm interested in Reiki, but I like didn't really want to tell my mom because I was like, she's just going to be all judgy about it. And she's like, yeah, I have my master's in Reiki. And I was like, what? Like all this stuff that I had no idea about.
Right.
And then, you know, I'm doing it. I'm like drawn to it. And she was like, oh, okay, I guess you're drawn to it. I have to like come clean about how like I have all this experience and your grandma has all this experience. And I'm like, you know, so there's something almost there too where I'm like, there's some part of me that's like drawn to it that I wasn't raised with, which is kind of cool too, that like connects me to my mom, my grandma, my great grandma. Yeah.
Right.
So
And so many spiritual and mystic like traditions and ideas aren't mutually exclusive. Like
Right.
it's not like, oh, well, your mom, I assume just based on what you've said, your mom's religious or at least was at some point if you were raised Catholic.
she pretends.
That,
My dad's
happens.
the Catholic one. My mom's the like, sure, I'm Catholic. But yeah, close enough.
But yeah, like even like people who are religious, that doesn't mean that
Totally.
they don't gain something from other
Exactly.
spiritual things. Like even when you get into things like lucid dreaming,
Yeah.
and things like that, and you said you had been learning to do lucid dreaming, or at least that's what you told
I'm
me
like
in text. That might have been
avidly
wrong, but,
practicing, and I'm struggling, but I'm trying.
like that's cool.
Do you guys do
And
that? Have you ever done that?
No,
I've had lucid dreams, but I've never been
have.
able to.
I
like,
wish I could
do it.
have.
You
I
have
just
those,
weird
Steven?
dreams.
I have weird dreams.
Not
too.
on purpose, but I've just gone to sleep and had a dream where I realized, oh shit, this is a dream. I can do what I want.
What happened when you did that?
I think most people go to flying.
That's what I did too.
I didn't
yeah.
throw up.
Oh, I did.
But mine was almost just more of like this idea of floating or being able to control my environment around me.
Oh, that's cool.
And control things like the weather and things like that because I could make my environment what I wanted.
Yeah,
it to be.
yeah. I mean, it's a really
And
great
so-
concept, and like I've been reading a book about it where it's a really cool way to like delve into your subconscious and kind of like learn about like see what your dream symbols mean and like really ask like what am I supposed to learn from this or like really like delve into your subconscious that way. So I'm trying to do it, but the only time I've ever done it is when I just threw up because I was car sick. So
It's okay. The only thing I remember is making it snow.
oh, that's pretty
I'm gonna
cool
make
though.
it snow because I like cold.
That's like a Disney movie.
I just want to dunk a basketball.
I
That's all I
mean,
want to do.
you got to meditate on it every night. Just go to sleep with that in your head. It'll happen.
That or just do like a cool trick like Chris Angel. You know, just like one time.
If I met
I'm-
Chris Angel in my lucid dream, man, my life would be complete.
Yeah,
Right?
That's all I want to do in a lucid dream.
Oh my gosh.
I'll start trying to work on it.
Chris, please do. And I need you to do that and then report back to us.
Please.
Definitely going to need that. So we are going to wind it down. But if you would like to send us a topic for discussion or a mental health check-in, we'll remind you again, we are not professionals. But you can send us all of that at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com. You can follow us over on Twitter at @isthis_adulting. Follow us on Facebook at either the local like podcast page or in the best friends group. It's an awesome place. Definitely check it out. And hey, while I've got you people, like just hit that subscribe button. Just like, rate, and review it. It actually really helps
You
podcasts.
guys,
It takes
do
like
it.
2 seconds.
Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Do it. Anyone who's here for Christine, do it. Do it. And only
if you
give us
don't,
5 stars.
The judge will come to get you.
Oh, he will.
You will
He
be
will.
arrested.
It's terrifying, y'all. He's scary with that gavel.
He is,
but-
actually.
Oh, God, I'm scared. Well, we'd like to thank the collection for the use of our theme music, The Borrowers, off their album Ars Moriendi. Christine, thank you so much for coming on the show.
You guys, thank you for having me. This is so fun.
No, You have been
was
lovely.
awesome.
Sorry
It's
if I
been-
talked your ear off about like fucking guardian angels or crystals or whatever the hell.
No, it's amazing and I love it. Do you want to remind everybody where they can find you?
Ugh, guys, you can find me like sitting in a Starbucks. No, okay, you can find me you can
At
find
Yummy Buns.
at yummybuns.com.
At Yummy Buns. That's your new Twitter handle.
I
No,
mean,
that has a different connotation.
I'm not gonna lie. It's always, Steven, it's always had a different connotation. This whole
That's
time,
fair.
it's had a different connotation.
We've been arguing that the entire time. You're the one that's disagreed with
It's
us.
never had a non-weird connotation. Anyway,
That's fair.
you guys can find me. I am the co-host of And That's Why We Drink podcast. You can find us at ATWWD Podcast on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. You can find me at xteenschiefer@gmail.com. Nope, that's wrong. That's not even my email address. You can find me at xteenschiefer on Twitter. See, Em always does this part, and I can never do it right. You can find me at xteenschiefer on Twitter and Instagram. It's not my email, so don't try to email me there.
Okay.
Don't do it. And that's all that I have. Oh, also our podcast is a thing, and you can find it at andthat'swhywedrink.com or on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, whatever it's called now, and Stitcher and Spotify and all that good stuff. We have some live shows coming up, so check
I was
it
gonna
out.
say, do you want to plug your live shows?
Oh yeah, we have some live shows. We're coming to the East Coast, and Steven may or may not drive 6 hours to see us, but we're gonna just try and do a show in Charlotte, and then he can come to that. But yeah, we're doing some East Coast shows. Come check it out. Everything's on our website, and that's whywedrink.com. And that's about all I got.
I have one thing, actually, real fast. I know we're closing, but I have to say this before I forget.
Uh-oh.
Christine, I've got the perfect Halloween costume for you next year.
Oh, I'm so pumped. What is it?
All right, so go with me for a second. It's going to sound weird at first.
No,
So
I'm 100%
So you have to dress up like Billy Ray Cyrus from the 90s, right?
On it.
But then you specifically have to have a
Oh my
thing
God, my
that's-
Siri's talking. Sorry, hold on.
Oh my gosh. I agree.
She just said,
Listen to
Billy
Chris.
Ray is the shit.
scared the crap out of me. She just said, sorry, I can't help you.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Sorry.
Well,
Open the
Sorry.
pod bay doors,
Don't worry,
Hal.
Christine, because I can.
Say it again, sorry.
So you're gonna dress up as Billy Ray Cyrus, all
Right,
right?
on board.
But then this is why you're gonna have "Don't Break My Heart," my Reiki breaky heart. Just Billy Ray Cyrus with a bunch of crystals. It'd be pretty amazing,
Here's
wouldn't
the
it?
thing. Chris has been planning this for the last 15 minutes, and he's just been ruminating it over and
No,
over.
believe it or not, it just happened, and I was like, "This is like this. This means
My
it's
Reiki
perfect.
breaky heart. I actually really enjoy it.
By the way, Chris,
I'm going to write that down.
believe it or not, it just happened is the name of your autobiography. Anyway, so that's a game I've started playing, and I love it.
No, but it's so
much.
good. It's so good.
It's
You've
like
come
the
up
Brooklyn
with-
Nine-Nine game.
Yeah.
Name your porno.
Exactly. You've come up with 4 good autobiographies. And
I
he,
know,
he has
I'm-
to pay you for all of them, so.
Have fun with that, Christopher. Anyway, that's going to do it for us here on Is This Adulting this week. I've been your best friend, Steven.
I've been your best friend, Chris.
And I've been your best friend, Christine.
Had a little bit of wine, haven't you, Christine?
No,
I've been your best friend.
I'm sober. Love you guys.
Oh, God. And remember, kids, be happy, stay healthy, and go hug someone.
Because you never know. They may be a giant furry otter, and they just want to hold your hand.
And they have some donuts, so just fucking enjoy it, man.
Yeah,
man,
watch out for those
donut.
otters and their yummy
And
buns.
don't go bungee jumping,
Dude,
though.
no, yeah, don't
Oh,
touch their
God.
yummy
All
buns.
right. Have a
bye.
good week.
Bye.